friends, Namaskar. Hope you are doing well. And I welcome you all to the third episode of SRCC Talks. And our subject today is going to be economics. इकोनॉमिक्स एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट है जो SRCC की खासियत है और कॉमर्स स्टूडेंट होने के नाते ये सबसे इंटरेस्टिंग सब्जेक्ट भी है. तो टुडे इस वीडियो वी आर गोइंग टू टेल यू अबाउट द बेस्ट प्रेजेंटेशन टिप्स बिकॉज इकोनॉमिक्स में जैसा कि देखा गया है कि 100 मार्क्स लाना बहुत ही मुश्किल होता है क्योंकि ये थ्योरी सब्जेक्ट है. और जब से इंडियन इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट को इसमें ऐड किया गया है तो सेंटम स्कोर करना इसमें मुश्किल हो गया है. लेकिन नो वरीज व्हेन SRCC सीनियर्स आर विथ यू. वी हैव ऑन बोर्ड SRCC टॉपर्स हु हैव स्कोर्ड 100 मार्क्स and mostly 99 marks in their board exams. So they will be helping you throughout this video. Stay tuned, keep watching.
Is NCERT reliable for macroeconomics?
The answer would be no. The reason is NCERT की जो macroeconomics book है, it is neither updated nor it is student friendly. I have seen many reference books which are far better than NCERT. I have seen Sandeep Garg's book. I have seen even SRCC's associate professor Deepa Sri's ma'am book. It is also very good. You can go for any of these, and there are many other books also which you can follow, but don't follow NCERT because NCERT में डेटा बहुत ज़्यादा ही आउटडेटेड है, बहुत ज़्यादा इनसफिशिएंट डेटा है विच यू डोंट नीड. और जहाँ हम इनसफिशिएंट डेटा ग्रास्प करने लग जाते हैं, समझ लो कि योर एग्जाम्स may not go well.
Can YouTube lectures substitute the books?
Economics is a theory subject, and like other theory subjects, you need to have a clear understanding of all the concepts. But if you are not able to grasp the meaning of anything in the book, in that case you should go for online lectures or specifically speaking YouTube videos. Books and specifically NCERT is the sine qua non of CBSE board exam preparation. You can't just manage to leave it. At the end of the day, it's the number of revisions of that book that will matter and help you retain the text in your mind and also help you reproduce the text and the knowledge in your exams. I would like to say that textbooks and videos are not substitutes, but they are complementary to each other.
Which book should be referred for Indian economic development, NCERT or reference book?
What generally happens is that we rely upon the reference book which is being followed in our school, right? So in that case, I would like to advise you here that please get it supplemented with a general overview of the NCERT book. By general overview, I mean that please at least for once have a look at the NCERT book. Please don't ignore it at all. The reason is that there are quite certain topics in the reference book which are excessively mentioned and which finds no place in the NCERT book, and vice versa is also there. Means there are certain small and minimal points which finds place in the reference NCERT book but finds no place in the reference book.
How significant data is while writing Indian economic development answers?
So that is a very recurring question, and also like when we were in our 12th standard we also had the same question, and what I would suggest you is that it is not compulsory to add data in your answer sheets. However, it's always advisable that you add data in your answer sheets to improve the quality of your answers.
Which book to rely upon for data and facts?
Now, this is a question worth discussion. Actually, if you see NCERT and if you see reference book, you will find many data, many information which are clashing in each other. So a question will definitely come in your mind that which study material should we follow. The answer is simple: NCERT. Don't follow anything which is not given in NCERT. The reason is when examiner checks your answer, he has a sample set of answers and that sample set of answers is made from NCERT. मतलब वो जब चेक करेंगे तो NCERT के ही पर्सपेक्टिव से चेक करेंगे. So जो भी आंसर लिखोगे NCERT का ही देख के लिखना.
How important are previous year papers and sample papers while doing preparation?
Frankly speaking, I didn't practice any sample paper or previous year paper for my economics board exam. But yes, I did saw dozens of toppers answer sheet and I tried to reconcile the quality of my answers with that of CBSE toppers. And in that way, you will also get number of repeated questions which are bound to come in every board exam. For example, national income. we students know that this question will come in every year's paper. Moreover, every topper has some specific elements in his writing style. Like some use diagrams, like some use figures, tables, and you should try to incorporate those elements in your writing style also. And step by step, you can make your answer writing perfect. And that is the use of topper's answer sheet. I will not recommend to practice or waste much of your time on previous year papers or sample answers. How to revise the vast syllabus with ease.
Yeah. So the only mantra to have a hold and grip on any theoretical subject is just the n number of times you can revise that subject. So make sure that कि एग्जाम में बैठने से पहले you have revised the whole syllabus at least 4 to 5 times. तो इससे आपको benefit क्या मिलेगा कि things will start getting imprinted in your mind, and you have the power to retain the things for a longer period of time, and then writing the things in the exam with more effectiveness and with more efficiency.
Can you give some presentation tips to get an edge over others in the examination?
Presentation is very important not only for economics but all the subjects that you are appearing for. And by presentation, we do not mean that you need to have very good handwriting. It's just that you need to present your paper in such a way that it's easier for examiner to check it. Make sure to draw margins if possible. Also attempt all the parts of a single question in continuous sequence. And the most important thing for economics exam is that you need to draw diagrams wherever possible. There are weightage for diagrams separately. If the question has asked for the diagram, go ahead and draw it. Even if the question has not asked for it and you feel that a diagram can be drawn, just draw it. And also try to underline the important points so that the teacher is easily able to find the keywords.
So friends, I hope this video will prove beneficial for you. We as your seniors wish for your better scores as well as your better future. So please study hard and keep watching the videos of the other series. And do remember to share, subscribe our series and the channel. And also tell your comments in the comment section so that we know what things we can include in the other videos. Okay? Thank you so much for watching the series. Bye bye. Good luck.